All right.
Hello, everybody.
I'm here with Edwin. Please.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, introduce yourself.
My name is Edwin Rivera, producer of Japan Latin Weekend Fest. Originally from the Bronx, New York, of Puerto Rican descent. My family's from Humacao, Inyamucua, Puerto Rico. I reside in Los Angeles and Puerto Rico right now.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask him a couple questions. I got my notes right here.
Let's
Let
do
me
this.
check and see. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So, how did you first discover salsa, and like what came first, the music or the dance?
The music came first. I mean, I guess both. My mother, my father, they were immigrants at that time, right? Even though Puerto Rico is part of the U.S., but they still migrated to New York City back in 1979. They brought the music and culture with them. And so my mother and my father always had fania music playing 24/7. My mother was always dancing. My mother was my first dance teacher.
Wow.
So I want to say both. Both were very present and relevant in my life. I was able to watch Hector Lavoe, Celia Cruz, Johnny Pacheco as a kid in the Bronx.
That's so cool.
Like live. It was just there at all these black parties, right, that they had in New York. Gran Combo, Suena Conseña. So I would watch all these salsa greats perform in New York City as a kid.
Wow. So jealous. That's so cool. You literally grew up with it.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so why Japan? How Japan? How did Japan become a part of this?
Well, I first started dancing back in 1997. And I danced with a school named Starlight Dance Studio. And my director was David Melendez. And so my mother forced me to dance salsa because I was like getting in trouble a lot in the streets. She's just like, you know what? We're gonna take this to a professional level, and you're gonna become a professional. And I was like, no, I don't want to do this. And she was like, it's that or go to military school. And so I said, all right, I'll do salsa, whatever. I'll just do a couple years and that's it, right? I'm 18 and I'm at the house. And so I fell in love with it. It just became just everything for me. And my dance instructor took us to Los Angeles in 2000 for the Los Angeles Salsa Festival. And we met Albert Torres, George Matabi, and a beautiful, beautiful dancer named Kazoo Nagao. And I was part of a group called the Harper Boys from New York. We performed in LA in 2000. And we were invited to Japan by George and Kazoo to perform at the Japan Salsa Congress back in 2000 on its second year, on its second existence. I was about 16 years old, came to Japan, and I fell in love with it. It was a choice, because I was playing basketball at the time. I played all 4 years of varsity. I was really good in basketball, and I had basically a tryout for St. John's University, New York. And that same weekend of the tryout, it was either go to Japan Salsa Congress to perform, or go to my tryout. And I went to the Japan Salsa Congress, and it changed my life. And here I am, 25 years later, producing my own festival here in Japan.
Wow, it's like a big choice. It made such a big difference.
Yeah, I mean, you just know I was short. I wasn't really gonna make it far. I was like, I don't know. Something about salsa was like, I feel like I'm gonna be able to inspire and change more lives with the salsa. Yeah.
Okay, so how was the dance scene in Japan then versus how it is now?
Well, right now it's starting over again because of COVID. Everything is super divided. Everybody's a director, everybody's an instructor, everybody's teaching for almost nothing. Everybody wants to make a name for themselves. Where back then, there were people that already there were people that really worked up to have that name. And everybody, whether you liked them or not, there was just a sense of respect. And you follow these people. It wasn't that many dance instructors teaching in so many dance clubs. It was almost the same instructors teaching in every club, because there was that respect for, you were first, you were here, we're honoring you, you put the years in, you put the hours in. Whereas today, like everywhere else, 6 months you're a dance instructor. 6 months you're already teaching at a club in Japan, right? And I think that's kind of the difference. And not everybody, it feels a little bit more divided. But it's not their fault. It's not their fault. It's nobody's fault. It's up to us, the leaders, to come back and unite people with events like Japan Latin Weekend and kind of show them what this was like back then and take it into the future.
Okay, I really like that because I don't know what it was like back then. I joined in that divided time.
Okay.
But I've researched and I've talked to all these different people separately, and I've heard what it was like then. So the fact that you're making this happen is a dream come true.
Did you feel?
I felt it. I felt it so much. I was like, they're all together. All these dance instructors I've met in different places who I know used to hang out together all the time.
they did.
They're all dancing together and sharing this love. It was amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
So when and how did you decide to make Japan Latin Weekend happen?
It was always in the back of my mind. Like even 25 years ago, I said, one day this can never die. This Congress in Japan can never die. I became the Japan Salsa Congress's director in 2017, when my mentor Albert Torres passed away, who was the founder of the Japan Salsa Congress with George Watabe. George Watabe, who we honored at Japan Latin Weekend, sold the event to a young gentleman named Kentaro. And Kentaro continued it with Albert. Albert passed away, Kentaro called on me. I continued it with him from 2017 till 2019. And after 2019, COVID hit. He didn't do it anymore. And it was like, you know what? I think it's time. I think I gotta plan this. If I plan it right and I do it right, I'll make it happen. And I think it was very important for me to just do it the right way, contact the right people, speak to the right people. And because when you speak to everybody about something, your idea can kind of like get diluted, and then somebody else might do it. So it's really important for me to keep this under wraps and talk to the right people. And it's rare in this business when you're able to do that. And I think I was successfully able to do that this year.
Okay, we had to move because there's a car.
That's right. That's okay. That's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, no problem.
That's how we do it.
And where were we? Oh yeah, struggles that you had making this event happen, or any kind of.
I had some really special people that believed in it. I had some special people that said, you know what, Edwin, whatever you need, we're gonna back you. And they don't want to get mentioned. And first, I just want to give them a special thank you. And I want to say I love you. Thank you for believing in me, for believing in my idea. I think what I went through personally this year, right? I think like my best friend, Eric Caddy, producer of the Calgary Salsa Congress, he passed away on the last day of his festival. And that just really just destroyed me. And then right after, I went through a separation with my wife, like out of nowhere. And that was just tore me apart. Then my aunt passed away. Then it was just like one thing after another. And then I had to produce my kids' Congress while all this is going on in Puerto Rico, right? So, when you're dealing with kids, my daughter, they don't care what you're going through. They need you at 100. So I had to stay at 100. And I think what I went through personally in my life, that's what kind of made producing this festival difficult. Had it not been for those things, this was a breeze for me. The execution for me, I think preparation is key. And I think we were ready for this festival. We were ready. We didn't get any hiccups this weekend.
Yeah, it was pretty smooth.
It was like, I didn't get one complaint. I didn't get nothing. And I'm just really, really happy with how we executed the festival. But I think I don't regret nothing in my life. I don't regret nothing. Because I believe that I went through what I went through this year just because this is going to be bigger. And when you get bigger and when you get better, you're going to go through more stuff. And so you got to have that thick skin already. So again, I don't regret anything, but I do think what I went through personally in my life made producing this festival difficult this year. That's all.
Okay. So what are your plans for JLW next year?
Ooh, I got a lot of plans. Obviously, the plan is to stick to the plan. And that's to only get the best. That's to only hire the best instructors. That's to only hire the instructors that understand the DNA of this festival. I'm not in the business to hire instructors or dancers that don't want to inspire other people. That's not what I want to do. I'm in the business of, bringing instructors like people thought like a Danielle or Ricardo and Karen, that people thought that these big names were like too far for them and they were going to be too much for them and they weren't going to dance or social dance with them. And they were partying with everybody. They were social dancing with everybody, right? So that for me is the most important thing. And I want to change that dynamic in Japan. I know in Japan, people get starstruck with a lot of dancers, but then they leave disappointed at a festival when they're not able to dance with them, right? For me, I'm watching the social media reels and I'm watching the social media stories, and it's crazy how many times dancers danced with the artists this year.
Yeah, right.
There's
Like,
multiple.
I even danced like I didn't just dance like bachata with Daniel. I danced salsa with him.
What?
He was like, okay, sure, why not? I'm like, wow.
That would never happen, ever happen
Yeah.
in Japan. And so for me, priority is sticking to the game plan, sticking to the people. And I've done this my whole career with the New York Congress, Aventura Dance Cruise, LA Salsa Fest. The list goes on and on. I never hired artists because of how big they were. And if they were that big, if they're huge, how humble are they to forget who they are and be able to change someone's life through their talent? That's the most important thing. So that's my focus, is to bring, another bachata couple like that, a salsa couple like that. Things happen. Desiree couldn't make it, and it's very sad they couldn't make it. Ricardo and Karen had to leave because something came up for them, and so they had to leave a little bit earlier. But things like that happen, but it's very important for me to continue to bring dancers of that caliber. But most importantly, they understand that we're here to inspire. So that's the plans. That's the future for
Okay.
JLW Fest.
Look forward to that.
There's a long-term plan for the festival.
Okay, good.
Very long
Good.
term, super long term.
Good.
I'm very connected in the music industry too. So they know certain artists are going to come to Japan in a few years. But this is just something that this has to be your life. And JLW Fest is going to become my life for the rest of my life, as long as I breathe, as long as God gives me
Yay.
the opportunity to produce this festival. It's my decision, is what I want to do with the rest of my life. And I'm super happy doing it.
All right. I'm super happy you're doing this too. Yay.
Yes.
Okay, and one last question.
course.
I'm just curious how you know Hiro and Taku.
Oh, Japan's House of Congress, many years ago. I don't know which year it was, but I'm a dancer that I love. I love it when you're different and you push the boundaries on being unique, and you're not afraid of failing and doing something unique within your choreography or within your dance and stuff like that. Like, I love, and they always did that.
Oh, they do.
Every choreography. They made me cry at tech rehearsal.
Really?
You guys made me cry at
No
tech
way.
rehearsal.
No
I was
way.
like
No way.
tearing at tech rehearsal. And I think the younger generation, they need to see that. They need to not just stay stale and stable and do what everybody else is doing online and on social media. I think when you see a Hiro and Taco, you're like you feel the pressure. You feel like, man, I got to step it up. And I feel like that's something I love about them, and that's something that's always impressed me about them, and that's what I've always gravitated to with them. And they will always continue to be one of my favorite, if not my favorite, salsa couple of all time in Japan. I love them. Like, I really love those two, and I hope they'll come back next year, and I hope they'll be with me as long as I'm here for JLW Fest.
Yeah. Yay. Yay. Thank you.
You're so welcome,
Thank you so
Gretchen.
much.
All right, mi gente, I'm about to catch a flight right now. I'm about to grab a bag, catch a train. Gretchen, thank you for your love. Thank you. Keep that love strong here.
Oh, I
okay?
will. You
Please,
know I will.
All right? Keep it. It's infectious. It's infectious. And thank you for everything.
Yes, thank you so much for taking time. He has to get on a plane right now, pretty much. So yeah.
Follow me, Dímelo Rivera on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and all that. Japan, I'll see you
Yes,
soon.
and Japan Latin Weekend.
That's
Come
right.
to Japan and dance with us.
October 30th to November 1st. Confirmed. Venues confirmed.
Yay.
Everything's confirmed, and we're good to go.
Yeah. See you next year.
See you next year.
So hello from the floor of my kitchen. I just got back from an interview with Edwin. I told him just randomly towards the end of the Japan Latin Weekend, hey, I want to interview you for my YouTube channel. Is that okay? And he was like, yeah, totally. So we tried to make it happen, but he's super busy because he only has a couple days left and he's leaving tonight. But he made time in his schedule for me, and we just met right before he had to leave for the airport. And oh my gosh, it's just he literally put all of my dreams into words and in motion and made them happen with this Japan weekend. He just he picked all the people that I was wanting to connect, because I've only been in this community for a short time. I've only been dancing salsa for 3 years, and then also dabbling into bachata world. And he just he specifically chose Hiro and Taku and used me to connect them. And it was a dream come true, this event, because I've done my research, so I know all these people used to be connected, Hiro and Taku and all these other different teachers and communities, because I've gone to all these different lessons, events. They're like, oh, Hiro and Taku, this and that. Like, oh, I used to like, yeah, this and that. I've done my research online, and like a little bit I could find in English through salsa forums. It was like about the past of Japan's Latin community. And then COVID hit, which was a big thing that I was like, oh yeah, that was a thing. And like it was right after COVID, I started to join into dancing again, and specifically salsa and bachata I started then. So yeah, before that, I guess the communities were more connected, but then they kind of separated, and especially like my own community was like extra separate. So it was just like, I wanted them all to be together. Like I always wanted that, but I guess they used to be like that, but I don't know. I wasn't there then. But I wanted to bring them together, but I didn't have the power. But I was kind of like little by little pulling the strings to make them come together. And then Edwin comes in, and I didn't even know who he was when I met him. I went to this random event at El Cafe Latino. It's on a Saturday. I usually go to Nakano Salsa, but like I saw this guy was coming from abroad, a DJ who seemed to have an interest in Japan's salsa scene. I was like, oh, what is this? And it's a salsa thing and whatever passing through, but a salsa person. Like he's also into bachata too, but still like I decided to go, and we talked and stuff, and yeah, like connected. And yeah, like, hang on, I lost my train of thought. So yeah, by meeting and talking with Edwin, I was accidentally able to like pull the string that was my own Hirotaku community to join into this big thing. And it was just dream come true. It was magical. Like, it's like I had this dream and this vision, but I knew I wouldn't be able to do it. But then Edwin already had this before I even knew what salsa was. And he was already putting it in motion. And then we just happened to connect. And it just happened to just like all go together. And it was just, oh, this event was a dream come true. Especially on day 2 of the social dancing. It was just like all of my favorite people. Like, not just like this person's a good dancer, but they're people that I know have the passion and this history. And then all the new people that have this new passion and this... Oh, it was a dream come true. Thank you, Edwin. Thank you for literally like on his way to the airport. And I'm on my way from work, and like, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. Okay, we did it. Thank you guys for watching. Keep watching my videos. I'm going to keep sharing about salsa in Japan. I'm going to keep making it the best I can with what power I have, connecting people with what power I have. I don't know why I have this power, but I guess I do. And definitely next year, Japan Latin Weekend, we're going to do it. Yay. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.